Should have brought some tissues.
You want to get your tissues?
Nah, it's all right. I got the shirt that I wear once every 6 years. I'll just use that.
Oh, I don't know if I ever answered your question, but I don't think you had worn that hoodie before.
What?
Last episode when you were like, have I ever worn this hoodie on the podcast before? And I ignored you and my beer spilled.
Oh, yeah.
I don't,
yeah.
Even though I like explained the situation to you, I don't know if I ever answered
we just kept going.
Yeah. So I think to answer your question, no.
And welcome back to the Poor Choices Show, episode 52, where we mix cold beer with hot takes and pray it doesn't end in a restraining order.
Because we've learned that's not a fun way to meet your neighbors.
Let's make some poor choices. How far I've come, how far I'll go. I make poor choices on the Poor Choices Show.
The fridge keeps them pretty cold. That's that one.
Subscribe. It'd be really funny if you said it very just like, because we've learned that's not a fun way
to meet your neighbors.
Neighbors. Period. Quotation.
Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. All right, I got 2 more questions for you.
Just 2? Okay.
These are supposed to be like my weekly opening question, but I always find more than one, and I'm always like so excited to say both of them. So, I mean, I got plenty of questions for you, but just for opening.
Deal.
How many pennies do you think would fit in your room?
All of them. Like
all of yours or every penny?
Just all of them that fit in there. Like how many would fit in there?
Okay.
No,
I have a
billion.
I don't know how big your room is, but I have an approximate answer for a 10 by 12 room with 8-foot ceilings.
I say that's about what okay.
You going with $1 billion?
Going with $1 billion.
All right. It's 63.8 million.
Oh, I need a bigger room.
Need a bigger room.
With less pennies.
Weren't they supposed to stop making pennies?
I was just going to say that. Doesn't it? It could be not true, but I thought I read like it costs more to make a penny than a penny's worth.
Yeah, than it's worth.
And who uses, except for like, for some reason, like people that are well off are the ones that are like, let me give you exact change for that.
Yeah. Like maybe that's why they're well off.
Okay.
Smart with their money.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Squeeze every penny.
Yeah. Pinch, right?
Pinch. Yeah, pinch. Got pinched in pennies.
Yeah, which brings me to another, not opening question, but question that I've always asked myself is the pool store pinch a penny? Like why does that name, the name has no relevance.
To do with the pool?
Yeah.
Well, pinch a penny, pool, they all have P's.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They could have named it Pansies Partake in Pussy Parlays.
Or Patricia's Pineapples. Oh, you guys sell pineapples here? Now pools.
Or peaches.
We service pools. Or peaches.
Or peaches.
Peculiar Picassos.
We talked about him last week, right?
Yeah. Piccadilly
Parmesan.
Okay. Parmesan. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. All right. The other more thought-provoking question I have for you is, this is like a would you, I guess.
Okay.
So if I gave you $100 million, but you can't leave the building for 5 years, would you do it?
I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. Now,
yeah.
Now the better part of that question is, what building are you going in that you
can
can't
pick any
leave?
building?
Well, the initial question was no, but now if you can, where are you going?
Do I get the $100 million up front, or do I have to go to the building first?
No, you get it after you're in the building for 5 years.
For 5 years, huh? I was good to live with you. Let's go hang out at your house. Okay. And I'll give you guys like 15 mil for the
like prorated
and suffering
or back paid rent. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Plus you'd have all-time dog and babysitter like for 5 years. Yeah, that'd be
sweet for me.
Yeah.
But you'd be on dog and baby duty for
I mean you
get paid for it, but
I hope you'd be ready for that doorbell to be going off, because I'd be Amazoning the shit out of stuff.
Trust me, they're used to it. Remember, I broke my record.
Yeah. Plus, I could like hang out in your garage with the door open and like look out and be like,
Would you do that though? Because then you're like, Man,
yeah, I'd sit out there with like whiskey and a cigar and just like be really angry at the world.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, the Indians would walk by and I just give them that look, just like keep on walking, motherfuckers. But
okay. Well, that's. I mean, I appreciate that. I would have. I'd pick like a mall or something.
Yeah, but they're not gonna let you stay in there for 5 years.
Well, I mean, you have to.
Yeah, but you have to pick a place like where you could actually do it. Like my first thought was like a giant like skyscraper, so I have all these floors to explore and do stuff on, but they're not just going to let me stay in this random building.
Okay, well, like for the sake of the scenario, you're allowed to stay in any building. So
in that case, I'll just say like Universal. Just put me in there for 5 years, dude. I'd be loving life.
That's what I figured you might say.
Like I'd come out with actual magical powers, I think, if I did that. I'd be like, hey, Chris, how are you? And I'd be like, Expelliarmus. I'd have all my hair grown out. Like I'd have this giant wizard beard. I think a mall's the right choice. There's so much to do and see. And I'd probably spend 70 to 80% of that just watching every movie that comes out.
I don't know if you could spend that much, because if you do that, you're going to be just based on like movie release schedule and the length of movies and hours in a day, like you'd rewatch movies like 50 times.
Dude, I do that anyways. That ain't nothing new.
Like the movie, so the movie ends and you're like, no, I'll put it on again.
Yeah. No, I think a mall would be the best bet though.
Yeah. Okay.
You could change your meals and play games and yada yadas. And sorry. Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it like that. Ooh, baby.
So I got a question for you.
Okay.
If animals could talk, what do you think your pets would say to you first? Like, what's the first thing they would say to you? Like each one individually, like what would they say? Like
this is like a newfound skill or whatever. Like we're both like, holy shit, they can talk, and they realize
like
it. Like, what's the
you're
first
sitting
thing
there watching the news in the morning, and this headline comes on: all animals can now talk. And you look over, and Belle's laying right there, and she looks at you, and she says something. What does she say?
If it was Belle, probably like, Dad, my leg hurts.
Yeah. Okay. Or Dad, my leg hurts, because she got a lisp because of her broken tooth. Dad, my leg hurts.
Jolene probably be like, what are you looking at, bitch?
That's how she would talk. I always picture Jolene like sounding like the Queen of England or something.
You think?
Like very like posh, proper, like British accent. Like
old I don't know, dude. Like, she's brown. Hello? She was found in the hood. I don't know.
Okay.
And then Zelda would be like,
I can feel my hair growing.
It's just so bad. I think I made her sound gay. I don't know what I did there.
Dad, I can see the air.
Yeah.
something wild. I think we would be like, hungry, feed.
Yeah. That shit outside isn't going to eat itself.
What about the cats?
I think Simba would just continue making the same noise that he already makes. Like that is him talking.
I could see Simba being like, hey.
I think Puma would be like
it sounded like Antonio Banderas.
Obviously,
like
I was
the Mask of Zorro. Like, hello.
That's exactly where I was going.
Puma.
So I was going like Jose the Jalapeno, Jeff Dunham's little thing.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Or nope, that's not where I was going.
Oh no, that's Ahmed.
Yeah.
Hello, David.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Because the thought in my head was, I kill you. And that's what he would say.
Yeah. Benny would just be like, I can't say. And like he's just running around.
Oof, another wall. Oof, another wall. Oof, another wall.
Yeah. Ooh, piece of candy. Yeah. Oh, you know what I forgot to get was my school IDs for you. I'll leave it in my notes for next time.
I was supposed to remind you.
Yeah. I'll get them next time.
So I'm at another hotel.
In Virginia.
Because fuck this state. But
yeah.
I did get upgraded to a suite for the first time.
Is that like they booked the room you originally had and they're like, well, all we got left is suite, so here you go?
I don't know if it's that or because I'm a Hilton Gold member.
What city are you in?
Sterling.
Yeah, they got a gold member in Sterling.
Yeah,
upgrade them.
It's like contract or contrasting because Sterling's like silver, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking like I'd never got upgraded in Texas before, but I don't think they have suites at that hotel. I think all the rooms are the same there.
Next time you go, walk in with boots and a cowboy hat. You might get upgraded.
Well, they upgraded me before I got here.
So boots and a cowboy hat in Texas. What would you have to wear going into Virginia to get upgraded?
Like a Biden Harris shirt, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
And for those who can't tell, I am fighting a super fun cold right now, so I apologize for the lack of everything. So why did you say fuck this place? Like, what's aside from it being like cold and snowy and gross?
Well, before we get there, I was going to do it. I don't know if I have a pen. Maybe before we finish recording, I'll find a pen. But there's also one of these here, and it's also the Gideons.
Oh, what, were you going to write in it? What?
Yeah, I decided that when I go to hotels, I'm going to start signing the first page of the Bible.
Oh, just sign it, not like write some cryptic message in there?
No, it's going to say, thanks for checking out my book, Jesus H. Christ. Just going to autograph Bibles.
See, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I like that.
But. Oh, how long do you think it would take for someone to see it?
For?
Isn't his middle name like Howard or something?
Yeah, Howard. Yeah, that's it. He's related to the duck.
What duck?
Howard the duck.
Is that the Oregon duck?
No, he's a cartoon, man, or a movie or something. Never seen Howard the duck?
No.
What? You should Google that.
Well, I Googled what's Jesus' middle name, and it said Jesus doesn't have a middle name, but he does have other names, including Emmanuel and Isa. It's an Arabic name that means salvation of God. In the Quran, Jesus is referred to as Isa ibn Maryam, which means Isa, son of Maryam.
Okay. Well, I got that the H is likely a result of a misunderstanding of an early Christian abbreviation of his name, that the H is thought to come from the Greek letters iota,
like Ray,
and sigma, which are the first, second, and last letters of Jesus' name in Greek. So IHC would be like the Greek abbreviation.
Isn't IHC like
Oh, and if you write his name in Greek, it's like IH something.
I thought IHC was like a hotel chain.
That's THC.
I think that's a strand of cannabis.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, IHC is Intermountain Health. Oh, IHG. That's what you're thinking.
Oh,
of.
IHG. Okay.
IHG. Yeah.
Gotcha. So yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but this is my first couch podcast.
I didn't know if that was like the board of like the headboard of the bed or where you were. I had no idea.
No,
I can just see a little bit of it.
This is the upgrade. There's a couch.
It's not too shabby. Couches
it's a little
are nice.
bigger. There's a tub.
Okay.
Usually it's just a little stand-in shower. I think the
I would say
TV is
mini
the same size.
fridge.
Yeah, that's in every hotel room though.
You get a safe.
I think that's also.
I feel like most hotels. Yeah. How about a hair dryer?
Yeah, there's not a blow dryer, at least in the other hotel I stay in.
What brand of instant coffee and tea is there by the coffee pot? That's the real question. Is it like in-house, like we made this, or is it like
no?
name
I think
brand?
it's like some name brand, but like some third-party bullshit name brand.
Okay,
so it's
so
bigger.
like freeze-dried coffee, like something gross.
Nah. So to Virginia. How do you feel about Virginia?
I'm indifferent. Let's see. I've only really ever spent time in Virginia. I went to a VTech game in Blacksburg many moons ago. That's when I was visiting Radford when I was looking at colleges.
So you visited one college and went to another college's football game?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's about it. I've driven through it a whole fucking bunch. I fished in it. But
how'd you like driving through it?
I don't really remember.
Well, that's part of my gripe with it.
It's just pretty plain old Jane.
Yeah. So for starters, everyone's an asshole. Everyone, minus like my aunt and Donnie. I think everyone I've met from Virginia sucks.
I don't think I'm sure I have, but
probably. It's like grim and gloomy all the time. I feel like every time whether it's driving or staying, it's just always feels like it's like a threshold. Like you cross state lines and it's like just like this aura of like
When did you get there? Because it has been, aside from like yesterday and today down here, it has been cold and gloomy for like 4 days straight.
4 hours ago.
Oh, so you were here first. Yeah, during that cold spell. It's just, I don't know if it was on the West Coast, but over here was just nasty.
It's been cold as shit for like 2 weeks. Where are you getting this 4 days from?
Yeah, you're right. And is it true that they're about to change where you're living over there? You're not going to be on the Gulf of Mexico side. It'll be the Gulf of America.
I don't know.
Is that true?
I don't know.
Okay.
It might be that. And then we might like buy Greenland or something, I heard.
Oh, that'd be cool. Go hang out in Greenland.
Yeah.
Well, on like, I guess the coast of it. I think that's the only spot that's like populated. I think the rest is just giant fucking like glaciers and shit. I got some famous people from Virginia. This is kind of to your point. So we got Chris Brown. Could call him an asshole, right? Yeah. Got Allen Iverson. Got shout out to last week's episode. We got Pharrell Williams. We got Sandra Bullock, Thomas Jefferson, Rob Lowe, George Washington, Wanda Sykes, Missy Elliott, Chris Pratt. Yeah, that's about it.
That's only noteworthy.
There's a bunch more, but those are the noteworthy ones.
What's Wanda Sykes do? I know she's like
she's a comedian, actress. Oh, excuse me, actor. Can't say actress anymore.
Okay.
So why else do you hate Virginia?
It just like feels old. I mean, like it is old, I guess.
It is.
But like,
I mean, everywhere's old.
Yeah, but like just like structurally and like architecturally.
Nah, man, go to like Europe. That shit. You're gonna walk around and be like, holy fuck.
Well,
that's from the year 4. Damn. Holy shit.
Okay. Traffic always sucks.
Yeah, can vouch.
Yep.
That's expensive as hell.
Well, yeah, exactly. Which leads me to my next point. 4 out of the top 10 richest / highest income counties are in Virginia for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
And like Fairfax is on that list, and Fairfax is a fucking shithole.
Yeah, Fairfax is terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, we used to go down to Fairfax. I remember now because Jamie's brother lives down there.
Oh, sorry, Jamie's brother. I don't know.
It is in the top 10 states for military spending, though, so that's cool.
Okay. I think I'm more focused on wait, how can a state have military spending? Like
as far as like, I was just watching this video earlier today about like why you shouldn't invade the U.S., like what it would take. And it like lists the top 10 states for military spending. And I think that's in reference to, oh, holy shit, this dude's going all the way. No, he's not. Like what the government, as far as like the bases, just military installations, that kind of stuff.
But spending how? Because military spending, like budget wise, is federal.
Yeah, where that $900 billion a year is dispersed per state, kind of thing.
So they just give more to Virginia.
Yeah, I think they were number like 3 or 4, something like that.
So Virginia as a state has absolutely nothing to do with that. They're just the recipient.
They're just there.
No, so
it could be called Potato Land, and they'd still be number 4. Yeah,
and they'd be the ones getting the money. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. And then lastly, speaking of military, I got a ticket here one time after getting back from deployment. Like literally told the cop I just got back from deployment and that I was back home for R&R, seeing family. And he was like, "Okay, here you go." It's like, "Okay, thanks, dick." Like, fuck you and your freedom.
Yeah. Guard your own damn gate, motherfucker.
Yeah, like just like and it wasn't even like I wasn't doing like 80 and a 50.
It was like when it was like 45 and a 25 kind of thing.
No, it was like almost highway-ish. So it was probably like maybe 75 and a 60 or something.
Yeah.
Maybe not even
We're
75.
so used to down here where the cops don't give a shit about how fast you go.
Well, you're just like prefacing every fucking point I have, because that was the next thing I was going to move into, was how the cops up north are so much more like fucking strict than the cops down south.
Yeah, I think
or in Florida
north,
at least.
You have to wear tidy whities, where in the South they let them wear boxers and briefs and stuff like that.
Well,
so they're up there with
you're
all
just,
that
you're just way ahead of that point too. Because my
like,
follow-up question was, why do you think that is? And I guess it's because they make them wear tidy whities up here.
Testicular tension.
Is it just like ingrained in like the culture of policing up here, or is it like higher quotas? Like, there's no way that
it could be both.
There's no way that like every cop, like as an individual human being up north, is an asshole, and then in the South they're not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the culture thing's spot on. It's probably just the way it's been and the way it is.
Just the good old boy system bullshit.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fucking like, I remember we might have talked about this. I got caught speeding over the South River Bridge, and like barely speeding, and pulled over into the Wawa parking lot, and it gave me a ticket and a work order for the tint. Mm-hmm. We talked about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember driving to Ocean City one morning. I think I had like Greg in the car or something. Going down, was it 50 that goes all the way there?
Yeah.
Got pulled over by a state trooper. Got a ticket. Another one that like wasn't, insane speeding. It was just stupid. And then like down in Florida, I mean, you can attest that. Like, how many tickets have you gotten in Florida?
0. I've gotten
how many
2
times have you
warnings
gotten pulled
that both should not twice, and they were both warnings that should neither have been warnings.
Exactly. Like, I remember. Shit, I probably should have had my license revoked and like car impounded. There was that time, I think I told you, driving to Dee's house on base, when that like straightaway right before the gate, I just fucking let her rip. It was like probably like 90 plus in like a 40, 45. And I got
just
pulled
slow
over
it down for me.
And so he pulled me over, and I was like, fuck. He comes up and he was like, said something about speeding, and I was like, yeah, I was just trying to beat the light. And he was like, well, you beat the light, but then you kept going. And I was like, so officer, I don't have an excuse. My apologize. Yeah. And he left and came back like 5 minutes later and was like, all right, just, slow it down. I'm going to give you a warning. Said something like, and I don't know how true this is, but he said like the warnings stay in the system, so next time I wouldn't get a warning. And I'm like,
you have to ask your sister. I doubt it.
I'm like,
maybe it stays in there for like, maybe it's one of those like 90-day things.
Yeah, but like, what's the point of a warning if that's not to like not get in the system, your record,
right? Yeah. Well, the twice, you were both kind of there for both of them.
I was there for both of them.
The first one, maybe a block away from our house, and I was like, I live right there. He's like, all right, get home safe. And then second
clearly, well, we won't.
And,
we have we have an amendment for that, right?
Yeah. It's called editing. And the second one was also in the similar situation, and I was like in the pocket though. Like I was in like I got this mode. And I did, and I was like, yeah, I just got this new, like I didn't freeze up. I wasn't like clammy or sweaty or like nervous or stuttering. And I was just like, yeah, I just got this new, exhaust on here. I just was letting my buddy, hear it. And he's like, all right, slow it down. I was like, all right, thanks.
Yeah. Another one that you weren't quite as not as much as
not as, yeah. I don't know. Cause that one, I remember that day I had a work outing that day, and we'd been drinking all day. And then I met you guys at Hooters.
Yeah, but you didn't like get there and then continue getting tanked. Like you might have had a drink.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas,
the first time I was like,
that was like getting tanked all day, getting to the block, getting tanked even more, and then right. What's that fucking amendment? Now I can think of as fucking editing. It's self, not discrimination, incrimination. There you go. I knew it was something about a nation.
We the people.
Yeah.
Or no, Fourscore.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to put that rap in post. Maybe that'll be the intro, or we have a new intro. Well, we kind of have a new intro. It's a themed intro. And then I was going to say the other time I got pulled over and only got a warning was that time that me and Shankle were driving back from Hell and back. And, Shankle wants to, his half the power car wanted to race me every single time we were on the road. And we're at that light going on to, I think it was a racetrack. And
what do you have, like a G60 or something like
that? No, a G35.
35, yeah.
So we fucking fling it, and the cop whips around, and of course Shankle's not going to stop. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll be the good guy. Cop walks up. He's like, you know, he baited you into that, right? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, he definitely did. That was all him.
Yeah. And I didn't tell him like, yeah, it's my buddy, or like anything. Like I just let him have it.
You don't say that. Yeah, you don't tell them anything.
Yeah.
No.
So where does he live? Oh, well, in Florida, he probably wouldn't care. He'd probably be like, where does he live? I'm trying to come hang out. Like
that's what you say. Well, I guess wherever he's going, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never seen him before in my life.
That's true. But if I did, fucking.
Oh, he's actually at 247.
Yeah, he's actually my roommate.
Yeah, he needs money for electric, so we're just gonna let him slide. He can't afford a ticket.
Are you referencing that story I told you?
Yeah.
Andrew, if you ever listen to this, thanks for that. That's his brother.
Oh, okay.
And then the last point
Did you
I
guys
had,
buy like a bunch of 30 packs
who?
With the money he got for his.
I don't know if he ever got it. I think his brother was like the.
He figured he snuffed it out.
Mm-hmm. I think it was like, hey, before my mom gives him money, let me find out.
I gotcha. Yeah.
Like you can't do that with fucking cops in Maryland.
Well, I'll say, you remember my neighbor at mom's house? He was like a captain.
Yeah, he was a good one, right? He just said, make sure no one drives.
Yeah, he'd walk over and be like, having some people over? Like, yes, sir. Saying, you guys drinking? He wouldn't even let me like answer. He'd be like, just no one drive. Have a good night. I'm like, all right. Thanks, man.
Yep, planning on it.
Yep, you got it.
So the last thing that I have on all that is I want to see if you can guess the top 5 states with the most ticketed drivers.
New York.
No.
California.
Not on the list.
Texas.
It's almost like we just talked about one.
Virginia.
Virginia's number 1.
Rhode Island.
Not on the list.
Pennsylvania.
Not on the list. There's only one more like East Coast state.
Delaware.
A little lower.
Maryland.
A little lower.
North Carolina.
A little lower.
South Carolina.
There you go. South Carolina's number 4.
Okay.
When I meant a little lower, I wasn't expecting you to like work systematically down the geographical.
That's how I figure out where I'm at.
Okay.
Oklahoma.
No, I think it's close.
Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, Nebraska.
Keep going around
Colorado.
The whole area.
Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota.
You're saying all of them except these 2.
Wisconsin.
No.
Louisiana.
What if I said I fucked her on credit?
So Iowa. Iowa.
Iowa's number 2.
Nice.
And then number 3 is the other one that kind of sounds like that.
Idaho.
No.
Ohio.
There you go. That's number 3.
Okay.
And then the last
Kentucky,
one.
Tennessee, Nevada.
Think
Washington, New Mexico, Arizona.
Think Sterling.
Shepherd.
No.
Silver.
No. You were right with the name, just not the placement of the name.
North Dakota, South Dakota.
There you go. I don't remember which one it is either.
Okay.
But yeah, number 5 is North Dakota.
Yeah, I got nothing else better to do up there than speed and rate tickets.
Right? So. Like, quit fucking. Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Well, I think we should do a little Bob draft.
Let's do a Bob draft.
Bob Baran. Oh, that should be my number 1 pick.
Who is that? Bob Baran?
Bob Baran. Coming rocking and a rolling, cocking and a ready Bob Baran. Bob Baran. Can't reach that high with this. Anyways,
I can auto tune it.
Yeah. So we're gonna do the top Bobs of all time draft. Fictional, non-fictional, either or, both, don't matter. Best Bobs there is.
Ever will. Well, maybe not ever will be.
Yeah. Well, with my first Bobo pick here in the Bob draft, I am going to take old SpongeBob SquarePants as my number 1 Bobby.
I'm with it.
I think he's my most relatable.
Your most relatable
Bob.
Just working in that food industry.
No, just like
little spacey sometimes.
Most time spent with, like, as far as like watching, like as a kid and teenager.
Okay. Yeah, that far surpasses the amount of time I watched this one, but I don't know that I got quite the amount of enjoyment that I did, or probably still would. And with my first pick, I'm going to take Bob Ross.
Oh, happy little bush, huh?
Yeah. Cranky little clouds.
Well, I'm going to switch to a real person with my second Bob. Also a television guy. I'm going Bob Barker. Come on down.
Do-do-do, do-do-do.
What did we always say?
$1, Bob.
$1, Bob.
Is that what you're going for?
Yeah.
Oh. I did not think that's what you were going for.
$1, Bob.
Okay. Now I'm in the zone of
Auto.
Yep.
Get in it.
I'm going to get in it. Well, with my second pick, I think I'm going to take for the Mud Dogs, Mr. Bobby Boucher.
That was my next pick. That's a good one.
I figured.
That's a real good one. Well, in a throwback to the beginning of this episode, I'm going to go with my third Bob, Mr. Buffalo Soldier. I'm going to go Bob Marley.
Ain't mad at it. Well, with my third pick in the Bob draft, I'm going to take Bob the Builder.
Ooh, yes, he can.
He sure can.
Good pick. He was on my list for sure. I'm going to stick with the music. I'm going to go, how do you feel, Mr. Bob Dylan? My fourth Bob.
I thought you might do that.
Yeah.
All right, well, with my fourth pick, I'm going to take legendary coach Bobby Knight.
That's a good Bob.
Good Bob.
That's a good Bob. It's a good Bob. Okay. Do I want to go with somebody who's like has a great career, or like somebody who I think will get better, more popular? Like no one knows who this guy is, but
I don't know if you win drafts on potential.
Yeah, you're right. I'm going to go with Bob Parr, a.k.a. Mr. Incredible,
Like
from The Incredibles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I should go animated to match you there, but I just can't. I gotta stick with my bias.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know who you're going.
And with my fifth pick in the Bob draft, I gotta take my boy Bob Hayes.
Oh, I thought you were going to go Odenkirk. Okay.
Who?
Saul Goodman.
Oh. No, I'm going Cowboys wide receiver, Olympic gold medalist sprinter, Hall of Famer.
Touche. Yeah. Well, the only other ones I had Odenkirk. And the dude I was between was this guy called Bob Hoover, who apparently
made the Hoover vacuum.
He was he like flew like 40 different missions in World War II and then got shot down. Was a POW for a year. Escaped, stole a gun and a beat up airplane that still had gas in it and flew it back to a German plane. Stole a German plane and flew it back to his command.
It's like Call of Duty meets Grand Theft Auto.
It's like that doesn't really happen kind of story.
So is this the dude that has potential?
Yeah, that was him.
How?
But again, it was one of those nobody's heard of this guy, right?
You made it seem like it was like a new up and coming Bob. Like,
oh no, the other one I had was Bob Woodward, but no one's gonna be like, oh, you picked Bob Woodward, cool.
Interesting. Well, I had Bob Saget.
I thought about it. I was like, no one's gonna draft him. I'm not even gonna put him on my list. Like,
I had Bob Gibson.
Oh, that would have been a good one. Oh, Bobby. Oh, Bobby Brown would have been good. Shit.
Yeah, I had Bobby Brown. I had Bob Dole.
Bob Dole.
I had Bob Seger.
That would have been good too.
That was my music I passed on. I had I had bobbing for apples.
Did you have like fishing bobbers on there too?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I had Sideshow Bob.
Oh, I would have done that if I thought of it.
Yeah.
I did have, or I thought about it, was like a Bobby, like a British police person, like Bobby's.
Oh.
Like a Bobby.
I have Bobby Hill.
But I didn't. I thought about it too, but I didn't want to do like Bobby's.
Okay. But just Sponge Bob's?
Yeah, he's not Sponge Bobby.
Sponge Robert, go to your room.
Oh, that's who I should have done, is Bonilla.
They're still paying his ass.
Still paying his ass.
The last one I think I had was Silent Bob.
Oh, that would have been a good one too. Damn.
There's a lot of good ones. I like Odenkirk though. I didn't think of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
where'd my thingy go? Is it gay if you're sitting on something you didn't realize you were sitting on it? It was like in between my back and the chair.
No, that's not gay.
Okay.
If you're actually sitting on it, that could be gay.
On today's podcast, Is It Gay with David and Chris?
Is it gay for you and your bro to wear friendship bracelets?
Yeah, super gay.
Okay.
Is it gay if your best friend breaks both his arms and you jerk him off?
Yes.
Okay.
He's got I went straight to like incest. I was like, he's got a mom and a sister probably. Instead of just a girlfriend that could help him out.
Yeah. Or like an automated toy. It's 2025 now. You could.
Yeah. Okay. Is it gay for you and your bro to get matching tattoos?
Ooh, I think it depends on the tattoo.
Okay. Give me an example of gay and an example of not gay.
Gay would be like you'd get Chris and I'd get David.
Okay.
Not gay would be like, hey, we were in the same
platoon
battalion. Yeah, exactly. So we got our, whatever on our arms or something like that. That's not gay.
Okay. What if we both got one, same spot on our body, and they both just said no homo?
No, that's not gay. It's hilarious.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe, you know what? We should do that. We'll get no above our right knee and then homo on our left knee, above our left knee. No homo. And then, so we can say no to people. We can say that's homo to people, or we can say no homo to people.
So
it's like you're wearing shorts and you just lift it up a little to say no, or you lift up a little to say homo. But so if you want to say no homo, you lift them both up.
My thinking is what if we say one of us gets no and one of us gets homo, and then we have to do some sort of competition to decide, and loser has to get homo.
I like that too.
Okay.
All right, we'll do it next time I'm over there.
Deal.
Is it gay for a guy to like a girl? Half her genetics came from a man.
I'm going to say no. And my argument is going to be because what are your other options? But also with that same argument, if you say no to the girl, then liking a guy's not gay because only half of his genetics came from a man.
True that.
Okay. Well, to go along with that one, I'll switch to this. Is it gay to have an organ transplant or a blood transfusion from a guy because you'd have another man's organ or DNA in your body?
Nah, that's not gay.
So at face
value, unless it was they replaced your penis. I don't think that's a procedure, but you had another dude's penis. That'd be a little weird.
I just mean the argument of you have another man's organ in your body.
Nah, not gay.
Okay. So the penis is an organ. So if I'm like, dude, you're gay, you let him fuck you in your ass, and you're like, no, I just had another man's organ in my body. That's my argument.
Any other organ is fine.
But it's okay. Okay.
Is it gay to go to church? You're on your knees for a man.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I'm trying to think now. I'll have to let me Google this real quick. Does the Bible have a table of contents? How do I find Leviticus in here?
It has a crucifix of contents.
Leviticus 18:22 says, "You shall not lie with a man as with a woman. It's an abomination." So while you're on your knees, technically for a man, that same man is preaching basically don't be gay. So I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Is it gay for you and your bro to share a bed on a trip to save money?
No. You probably could too count how many times you've done that.
Yeah, a little different for me because I can say I've showered naked with 60 other guys before.
Oh, yeah. But you didn't have a choice.
I can say a lot of things.
But no, I've been on plenty of trips and vacations where it's like, hey, there's 8 of us going to this room with 2 beds. All right, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Is it gay to look at an eclipse, staring at 2 balls in the sky?
My first thought was I owned an eclipse and I looked at it every day.
More so, it's talking about the balls that you're staring at.
Yeah. They're not. I'm going to say yeah.
Okay.
Yes, definitely gay. Is it gay to share a blanket with your bro while watching a movie?
Definitely.
What if it's like a 16 by 20 blanket?
Okay. That was going to be my point. Unless it's like this, can cover your whole house size blanket and you're on opposite ends of the couch, then that's not gay.
Okay.
Is it gay to drink almond milk? I mean, you're drinking nut.
I just thought the alternative is cow milk, which is udders or nipples, and that got me to. Yeah. Well, I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? Would that be gay? If you drink another man's milk?
Oh yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
So what if you're lactose intolerant? What else do you drink? That's not.
You can have oat milk. That's not a nut.
Okay. Are oat nuts not a thing?
Oat nuts?
Yeah, I don't know. I could be just making shit up.
Are you thinking of grape nuts?
No.
No? Okay.
I'm probably making shit up. That's all of them I had. So if you got more, keep spitting them off.
Let's see. It's a gay to breathe. I mean, shit, y'all be breathing the same air as your homies. Sus as fuck, if you ask me. Yeah, no.
Yes, no other options.
It's a gay to look in a mirror. I mean, you're checking out a man.
See, that goes back to the conversation about a clone, because it's you. So is it gay?
Yeah. That's all I got. The rest are kind of meh.
What was the one you said before that? About the air. And then I said,
yeah.
You don't really have any other options. But then that got me to, remember when I asked you, like, if all the women disappeared from the world, how long till you go gay?
Oh, yeah.
And you were like,
what did I say? Like a year or something like that?
Something like, you said 1 to
5
2
years.
years. Because at first you said 1 years. And you were like, well, it can't be because it'd be 1 year, not 1 years.
Right.
Yeah. But then you had asked something about, like, if that's the only option, like, is it, like, if there are no women, is it gay? And I said, I think by
that's
definition,
right, yeah.
But if there aren't any options, is it?
Right. If that's literally it.
Yeah.
I guess it is.
It is.
It's a definition of it. Yeah.
So yeah, we're all gay for breathing the same air as our homies.
Made me think of old
Joke's on
Clayton
us.
Bigsby.
Go on.
Oh, what's he say? Good for nothing tricksters, crack smoking swindlers, breathing up all the white man's air. White power.
Yes. So do you know what an isogram is?
I don't, but if I had to guess just by the words or by the word, like the words in the word, it's like a graph or measurement of like ice.
So this is ISO grams.
Isogram, not ice-a-gram.
Right. It's Leviosa, not
Isogram.
Leviosa. Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking idiot. ISO. What is that? ISO. That's some kind of Greek root word for something. ISO, like an isosphere, isosceles triangle. ISO.
I like where your head's at.
What that means.
You're not right or close, but I like where it's at.
It's a measurement of something. Is that right?
Maybe.
Or it shows a measurement of something?
No, not to that verbiage.
I got nothing.
Okay. An isogram is a word. An isogram is a word in which no letter repeats, and not like repeating consecutively, but like every letter in the word,
like fuck,
is a different letter. Correct.
Okay.
Been watching a lot of Miss Rachel, so I'm relearning all about colors and letters and words and shit. It's nice.
I wonder what my distraction was when I was that age.
Did we have anything educational like reading Rainbow? Maybe
Barney was educational.
Was it?
Yeah.
What'd you learn?
Reading Rainbow, School Bus. No, Barney and Friends had a lot of. It was mostly educational.
You referred to it by its government name, Barney and Friends.
That's right. I had a Barney birthday.
Is it gay to have a Barney birthday?
It's one of my very first memories. I don't know how far back you can remember, but I was like 4 or 5, and all my like friends from like pre-K or kindergarten or however old I was were coming over for my birthday, and it was a Barney birthday, and my parents had got me a Barney birthday cake, and I was down in the basement, super excited, and we had a like maroon red concrete floor, like there wasn't carpet or anything, right? Like we had like hallway carpets and like stuff like that, but it wasn't a carpeted basement. And I remember I was like so excited, and I was wearing socks, and I slipped on the concrete and fell and like bit my tongue, and didn't care that it hurt because I was so excited for Barney and my birthday and my friends coming over.
Huh.
That's one of my earliest memories. Maybe my second earliest, if I had to recall.
Okay. It's like very resembling of similar to whatever word choice we're going with here. Probably one of my earliest memories. And it's like we'll go with similar. I remember, I think my dad was at work, and we had a split foyer. Shout out to last week, where you like walk in and you go down or up.
Oh, that's what we had. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think Mom, I don't know where Mom was, but I was either upstairs or had gone upstairs. I don't know, to get like a popsicle. And I'm walking down the stairs, and I slid, like first step, slip, and I go like all the way down to like that little middle landing there, and like hit my head on the last step as I went down, started bawling my eyes out. And I remember my mom came like running up. She's like freaking out, like what happened? And I was upset, not because I just went baby tumble surprise down the stairs, but I dropped my popsicle as I was going down the stairs. It was one of those like rocket pops, and I was fucking distraught, but only because of that. So similar to yours, but on the like you weren't upset because you were so excited.
Yeah.
And, I was upset, but not because I was in pain. Yeah.
What's an isogram?
An isogram is a word in which no letter repeats.
Oh, yeah. Right. And what's the biggest isogram?
Well, what's the biggest one you can think of?
Grouped category. I don't know. I'm just looking at words in my notes right now.
Okay. Those are pretty good. Were they like 6, 7 letters?
Yeah. Lockhart.
Okay.
Like Gilderoy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have the top 5 longest isograms in the, I guess, English language.
Okay.
Number 1 is 17 letters. It's subdermatoglyphic.
Are any of the top 5 words you've heard of like in your life? Or are they just like...
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to guess what subdermatoglyphic is?
It's cave paintings on submarines.
Close. No, a subdermatoglyphic refers to the layer of skin beneath the dermis containing fingerprint patterns.
Would you call me a dermis?
Yeah, that's the skin. You didn't know that?
Upper or lower?
Yes.
That's EPA.
Yeah, I was like, there's only one. You only got one dermis, dude. And it's not upper, it's EPA.
That's a good episode title. You only got one dermis, dude.
What you sending me?
This is the name of a town. I don't know if you can play it right now on your laptop or if you'd have to wait.
I'm sorry, what?
Right?
Hold on. Turn my volume.
It's a town in Wales.
Now today we had a big contrast in temperature across the UK, just 12 degrees over coastal parts of eastern England with cloudy skies, but in the sunshine in northwest Wales at RAF Mona, just up the road from Llanfair Pwllgwyn, Gellgorgera Cwndrobwll, Llantysilio Gogogoch, the temperature got to 21 Celsius, that's 70 in Fahrenheit.
Oh, that's the funniest shit I ever heard.
And it's real too. Like that's real.
Oh, that's
It sounds like you're playing something backwards.
Now, do you think that's like part of their job interview? Like,
hey, you got to say this.
Yeah, like before we hire you, can you do this?
Yeah,
that's fucking hilarious. It sounded like that part in that Missy Elliott song. Is it worth it? Let me work it. I'll put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. And then in post, I'll play. Is it
worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
Llanfair Pwllgwyn, Gellgorgera Cwndrobwll, Llantysilio Gogogoch.
I like that.
Oh man.
I was gonna have you pick between general trivia or movie trivia.
Don't you have like a box of like 300 sports trivia?
Yeah.
All right, general it is. Is there ever a scenario where you would ask me options and I would answer movie trivia?
It was going to be famous movie quote trivia, like movies that like famous.
I wouldn't get it.
All right, we're going to do one from each section. So give me a number 1 through 10.
8.
When did Beyonce release her first solo album? What year? They're all the answers are years. Sorry, I should just preface with that.
2004.
That was 3. That was a good guess.
Okay.
All right. Another 1 through 10.
5.
When did Disney's The Lion King originally release?
1993.
Oh, close again. It was 4.
Some bitch.
Give me a number 1 through 5.
4.
What year did the Cubs break their 108-year-old World Series drought?
2018.
Close. 16. All right. Another 1 through 5.
2.
When did Neil Armstrong walk on the moon?
1962.
69.
At least I was in the right decade.
All right. 1 through 5.
1.
When did Facebook launch to the public?
That's a good question. 2003.
2004. Man, you're so close. All right, last one. 1 through 5.
3.
We'll go to what year did the first Harry Potter book hit the shelves?
1999.
Ooh, 97. 97.
Well, minus the 60s, I was no more than 2 off.
Tell you what, Bobby.
Take what I can get.
Yeah, that was pretty darn good.
Where I put my, I had like some would you rather questions, but I don't know where they went. Some other, here's kind of a would you rather. All right, so you are in an unfortunate situation in which you must consider cannibalism in order to stay alive. Would you rather eat babies or elderly people?
It's really weird you just asked that. You ever seen Snowpiercer?
No, but I know we used to see ads on TV and you were very excited about it.
Yeah, so it's a train movie, like the world's ended.
Okay.
And the train is split between like first class, second class, and like lower class.
They do that on trains?
Well, it's like this, like, who is it? Oh, Ed Harris and Chris Evans, if you know who that is.
I got another. It's really funny you say that, but go ahead.
So at the end of the movie, like the whole movie is about them like revolting against the first class because they're treating the third class real bad, and they take over the train and all this.
So the whole thing's on a train?
That's the whole world population's on this train. Like the whole world's frozen over, and this train has this newfound engine that can keep going.
Okay, they thought about re-engineering that, like reverse engineering it, and like using it in like a civilized developmental manner, and like, hey, maybe we can get off this train.
No, you can't. You can't live outside. It's like negative 80,000 degrees.
Okay,
the world's an ice block, and at the very end, he's like divulging like what he had to go through, and like he's been on this train for 20 years, and he's like in the beginning, you know what I hate about myself the most is I know what people taste like. I know that babies taste best, and I was like, oh, so I'm gonna say. Would I rather eat a baby or an old person?
Correct.
Or which would taste better?
No. Would you rather?
Like I had to pick?
Or you're going to die. Like you're near death. You have to eat someone, and there's an old person.
You got to go for the old person.
Yeah. I guess if you like your steak well done.
Yeah, just get some ketchup.
Fucking leather skin.
Yeah, a little bit of old Wilbur jerky, and call it a day. I was trying to think of an old person name. Elna.
Yeah. You said Wilbur, and I thought the pig.
Well, that was my grandfather's name. I was like, he was really old.
Okay.
He lived to be like 92 or something like that. He was really old.
So yeah, my thing that was really funny you say that. You said Ed Harris.
Yeah.
And that was a throwback to, what was it?
Truman Show.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of the other names I said listing that?
Paul Giamatti and Jim Carrey.
Those are the only 2 I said.
And then you said some chick's name, but I can't remember who.
Let me make sure.
Whoever plays like his fake wife.
So yeah, it's funny that you said Ed Harris because the chick I mentioned was Laura Linney.
That's it.
And today's her birthday.
Oh, yeah.
When this releases, it'll be her birthday. So that's really funny.
What's the word? Bizarre.
Oh, this is the one I was looking for. Well, the last one I have of these without paying $21.99 to buy the pack of 50 is you wake up inhabiting Bruce Springsteen's body. Your voice sounds just like Bruce's, but your musical abilities are still entirely your own. You're scheduled to perform a huge concert that night. What would you do?
I would, I put in like an AirPod with like his greatest hits, and I would just like, as it played in my head. Yeah. and I'd have like a teleprompter in front of me with all the lyrics, so I could at least like listen and sing it and see it at the same time. Like I'd practice a bunch, and
Okay, so your voice sounds just like Bruce's, but your musical abilities are your own. Okay.
Like I wouldn't be able to like write my own music, but I could sing all his stuff.
Well, the concert's that night though, so you don't have like a whole lot of time to practice. Like it's noon and you're like, oh.
I'd get like 3 songs really down packed, and they'd be like, oh, I just gotta message people. I'm sorry, I gotta get out of here. It's a family emergency. And I'd leave and get paid. And then I'd study up
Bruce
for the next concert.
Just whipping out his phone on stage like, shit.
Sorry guys, my dog just shit all over the floor. I gotta get out of here.
Oh man, that's I like it.
My bathroom's flooding at home. I gotta go.
You would think Bruce would have someone to take care of that for him.
All right, I'll say I have diarrhea.
The old diarrhea.
That's right.
What are you drinking?
What you drinking? Oh, I switched from Michelob Ultra to Breezy Does It. I don't know if I've ever had this one here before or not, but here's the can.
Is that that's what you said last week, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, is this another one that he didn't remember?
Nope. Same beer. No, okay. I Instacarted last night, just feeling sick stuff, and that's about all I've done so far.
Okay. Do you actually? I didn't see you. Do you actually have a Breezy Does It?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Here it is, right there.
I don't know if. Well, what would you rate it?
Let's see. I gave it a 7.5 the first time, and 8. I'll give it like a 7.85.
Okay.
Can't really taste much right now, so.
Well, I don't know if I've had this one before. I know I had a similar one when I was in Texas. It's from Ballad Brewing. It is a blueberry pancake sour.
Ooh. Have you ever had scrambled pancakes? You ever heard of this? You ever seen this?
No.
Like you pour your batter into your pan, instead of letting it like cook as a pancake and flipping it, you just move it around with your spatula and scramble it like an egg, and then you eat it like that.
Like it's just like mashed pancakes. I feel like that's
just like
pancake
little
casserole.
It's just like little pancake pieces. Like you still eat it like normally, but like it'd be like think of it as like the size and shape of like scrambled eggs, but it's just pancakes.
Okay. Can you provide me a benefit?
No, I think it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. I saw this lady doing it, and I was like, "What the fuck is happening? What's the world coming to?"
I saw a video of this lady making pancakes, and she was like, "Did you know that you don't have to flip the pancake over? You can just pick it up and flip the pan on top of it, and then flip it back over." And it was just like, after it was just like 20 clips of like other people doing like the stupidest shit. Like,
yeah, I could use my mouth to pick up the vape instead of my hand, and then it's already smoking. Like, no fucking shit. Did you know if you move your right foot and then your left foot, you're walking? Oh, wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's pretty dumb.
It's nice when you don't have to walk and you can use one of those little moving walkways.
Yeah.
That was
my Universal now.
My entire like day has just been like fucking retarded. I mean, we've already talked about the fact that I ended up in Virginia. It started out, I got like 4 hours of sleep. Then I'm up at dick o'clock to leave at like 7 to go to the airport.
What time you got to work tomorrow?
I got to be at the place at 8. So I drive to the airport. I got yelled at for not using economy parking the last couple trips. So I had to park economy. So I think the elevators are like, take those up to take whatever the fuck I have to go over. I go in, I press the button, I get in the elevator, and there's like nothing inside that says like, this floor is this. And I'm like, So I get out to like look on the outside. And as I step out, I see like signs outside the little like building that are like elevator to shuttle to terminal this way.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. So I step out and I look and I'm like, there's like a moving walkway in front of me, but it's like a little bit of a walk to the left to get on it to go right, and then like a little more of a walk to just keep going right. And I was like, fuck it. So I took the little walk left. Moving walkway's broken, not moving. So I had to do that walk and then just walk all the way the fuck back anyway. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Where do we go from there? Everything was smooth. And then I ordered a breakfast burrito. I was like, I have a half hour. Standing there for a fucking half hour. And I'm like, where is my order? Like I was number 60. They started at like 56. And then all of a sudden they're on like 68. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm like, hey, can we hurry this shit up? Like I'm boarding. That was annoying. I sit on the plane, 50 other fucking seats available. This old dude that doesn't believe in deodorant sits right next to me. And I'm like, no, this is
welcome back to the theme park. Yeah.
Flight was okay. So I land and I have Avis Preferred. So normally I get off and I walk to my rental car. I don't have to talk to anyone. I get in, keys are in, and I'm on my way. Had to take a shuttle to the rental car place. Yeah. Had to stand in the cold for 20 minutes waiting for that. I get there and it's like, I'm used to like a parking garage full of like rental cars that I walk right to. No, this is like a car wash size lot with like 8 cars in it. And I'm like, I don't know where to go because I got a text that was like, see zone 2 attendant. And I'm like, this is like half of one zone. I don't think there is another zone. I go inside. She's like, yeah, at this whatever, everyone has to come to it. I was like, fuck the city, fuck this town, fuck all this.
See, that would have been a good segue to get us out of here. Fuck this town, fuck this, and fuck the esports kids.
I can add it. Yeah.
Well, let me hit you since you're sitting where you're sitting with my Ask Reddit.
Did you want to hear any more about my beer? Sorry, I got carried away. All I said was pancake sour, and you started getting off into scrambled pancakes.
That's right.
It just says bright blueberries and sweet maple syrup. Take a seat at our morning table for this breakfast-inspired sour. I'd probably give it like a 7.5.
Decent, but not the best.
Correct.
Where's it from, Virginia?
Yeah, that's why I got it. Most of them were... I don't want to... Total Wine was a whole nother escapade, so... Okay. What do you hit me with? Ask Reddit.
All right. So what are some unspoken rules that you automatically follow when staying in a hotel?
Come all over everything because you can.
That's an unspoken rule. Like everyone does it.
No. So let's see. Unspoken rule. Turn the air down to the lowest setting immediately.
I definitely do that.
Hang that do not disturb sign on the outside of the door until I've exhausted all the towels.
I do that too. Yeah.
Sign the Bible. Thanks for reading my book.
That's really funny. Like I would love it. Like if I would never look in a Bible, but if I did, like if I was a religious person and saw that, I don't know. I guess I'd probably be pissed.
If you were a religious person, you'd be upset.
Yeah.
Unless you were a dumb religious person, you'd be like, Jesus signed the Bible.
See it on eBay the next day.
Yeah. I'm not sure when the printing press came out, but it was probably after Jesus.
It was after ballpoint pens.
Yeah. I was going to say after Jesus hung it up, but I think they hung him up.
I nailed him up.
Yeah. All right. What you got?
So first one was being quiet in the hallways.
Are we going like, that's like, I'm pretty sure that's like a posted rule.
Yeah, you're right. Assuming everything has jizz on it. So there you go.
Touche.
How about peel the sheets back and check for evidence of bed bugs? I've never done that. The floor is lava. Don't touch it with your bare feet.
Okay. That's not how you play that game, but okay.
My only rule is to put the do not disturb sign on the door as soon as I get there.
Okay.
Throw your towels just in a pile somewhere in the bathroom. Definitely.
Oh, man. Yep. That was quick.
Let's see. Take a picture of my room number so I can find it later. That's nice.
Take a picture of your... So I stay at the Hiltons and they all have like the digital check-in. So like I just get close to the door and open the app and hit the button on my phone. But on the app, it says my room number. So I don't have to...
Oh, that's nice.
That's a airport parking unwritten rule, I guess.
It's also on your card. Like typically they write it on your card. Like, hey, you're in this room.
Right. Okay.
Wipe down the remote. If the coffee maker's in the bathroom, it's not going to get used. A lot of check for bed bugs. It must be a thing.
What kind of hotel are they staying at where the coffee maker's in the bathroom?
You never been to I've definitely been in a hotel where my coffee maker's in the bathroom.
No.
Yeah. Like several times.
There's like a little nook sometimes right outside of the bathroom, but I've never seen...
Bathroom sink or sink counter.
No, I've never seen that.
Definitely. I think we may have been in the same hotel room where that was.
Did we share a bed to save money?
No, I don't think so. Always take their soap.
Yeah, I think I'm going to... Well, not this place because it's not that great, but I'm going to start taking their toilet paper, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Don't hit on the cleaning ladies. They're not there for that. Ugh.
I don't think I've ever seen one worthy of hitting on.
The winners check for bed bugs. Got a lot of those. Yep.
Okay. Do you have one that wasn't mentioned?
Let's see. I get in. I check in. I get in. I do not disturb. Close the blinds. Turn the air down. It's typically it.
I left the blinds open, hoping to get some natural light for this. All right. Well, this week on my Ask Reddit, I have what's the worst or most unpleasant physical sensation there is?
I've never had it. I've heard kidney stones.
The first one is trying and failing to pass a kidney stone.
Yeah. Childbirth without like any medication probably is terrible.
That was on there. Don't think just like straight pain either.
Oh, pleasurable?
No. Worst or most unpleasant physical sensation.
I hate when my ears pop on an airplane. That sucks.
That's a good one. Experience that back-to-back weekends.
I have it right now where it's like my head's all clogged up. So like I try to do that, clog my nostrils and blow to pop them. And like only one pops and you're just like, just want to shoot yourself. Stubbing your toe at like 2 a.m. really fucking hard.
Does it matter the time?
It's worse when you're just getting up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night
It's
than
just
it
like
is like middle
so
of the day.
inconvenient.
Yeah,
You're like,
it's the
why?
worst.
Is there a God? Because he wouldn't let this happen.
Because then you're just laying there in bed, tired / pissed off, and you can't sleep. And your toes throbbing. Throbbing Toes. That'd be my rap name.
Throbbing
if I was
toes.
a rapper.
Throbbing toes. It's double tits in a fire. That would be your debut album.
That's like Philip Rivers tried to curse when he subs his toe. Double tits in a
double
fire.
tits in a fire. All right.
Grabbing something, not knowing it's hot, and it burns the fuck out of you.
Yeah,
That sucks.
someone said burning yourself, but like not expecting the burn, I guess.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah. Like it's one thing if like the other day I was cooking pancakes. I made chocolate chip pancakes and one of the
Did you
chocolate
scramble
chips fell out and I like reached in real quick to grab it.
Super hot.
Well, I got it without burning myself, but point being, like if you do that, like at least you know there's like a potential for burn.
Potential. Yeah.
But like when you get burned unexpectedly, like that's the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have stepping in water with socks on. I fucking that grinds my gears.
I'll just take them off on my other water.
I have cracked heels rubbed on satin sheets, or like just just dry. Like another one I saw similar to this was like dry hand. Like you ever have dry hands and you pick up like a microfiber cloth?
David, my middle name is Dry Hands. Like, I don't know if you
Is your last name microfiber cloth?
Yeah, like the amount of it doesn't matter how much I try to lube these puppies up. Fucking, I stay cracked.
Fair. I have sticky. Fuck being sticky. This guy said.
Yeah, I don't like sticky.
Yeah. I have being tickled.
I think I've been tickled like 30 years, like 20 years.
Okay.
I don't even know if I'm ticklish.
That feeling right before you throw up.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
Because you know it's coming and you're all hot and sweaty and having heat flashes and ugh.
I have watching the entirety of Cats on Broadway. Ask me how I know.
Yeah. I've heard it's real bad. Yeah.
And then the last one I have, which got me, and it's getting me again as I read it, and I hope it gets you, and I hope it gets all the listeners. Oh, God. Ugh. Erasing with a number 2 pencil when suddenly the metal scrapes the paper.
Like the eraser snaps off and it...
Or just like you're at the very end of it, and you get the metal, and the metal like, ugh. That didn't get you? That didn't like send chills down your spine?
I'd be pissed because then my paper's ruined and I got to start over.
Yeah, hopefully it wasn't your case notes.
See, I don't get any of that. Like people like nails on a chalkboard or like...
No,
like
that
when
doesn't really do it to me. But
something screeches across the floor or something. I'm like, I don't...
Yeah, for whatever reason, this one just related, and I like literally was like, ugh. Back to the being gay thing.
Yeah.
Happy National Shower with a Friend Day. Happy National World Nutella Day.
Ooh, I could use some Nutella. I wouldn't be able to taste it, but that sounds good.
Happy National Fart Day.
Celebrated several times today.
I wonder if that's like in honor of like Lord Flatulence or something.
Oh, Lord Flats. Or Lord Flatch. He goes by Flatch.
He goes by Flatch. Oh, man. All right, and the last one I have is Happy National Disaster Day.
National Disaster Day?
Yep.
Like, oh, no, I was thinking natural disaster. Happy National.
I don't know how we celebrate that, but I feel like every day is disaster day for esports kids.
Oh, yeah. For 1, no life. B, no girlfriend. And 4, they suck. The biggest, like you think big, think bigger penile in their mouth. Cocksuckers.
So is it gay to earn a living playing video games?
Yeah, super gay. Except Amanda, if your son is trying to pursue that career, then let him. It's not really gay. We're just being
it's the most
silly.
heterosexual thing that has ever existed.
This is just a joke. This isn't real.
But fuck him.
Wait, butt fuck him? Is that gay?
What if your sole intention is to kill them via anal penetration?
That's still gay.
What if you have like no arms and you're like, I really want to kill him, but that's like physically the only way I can?
With your cock?
Yeah. Like esports kid bent over, you're like, perfect.
Right
Up
still
his,
gay, dude.
right up his poop chute.
Old shoots and ladders. Yeah, super gay.
Well, fuck being sick, fuck Virginia, and fuck esports kids.
Peace.
Bitches.
Store and 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on our beautiful home a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition of equality.
And now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether a nation can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield today to lay down the brave in their final resting place. To those who gave their lives so that the nation might live. It's all together fitting, proper we do this, but in a larger sense, not dedicated. They cannot concentrate and we can't follow their fate. Please, brave men, the living and the dead, who sacrifice it all here to pave our path ahead. The world will little know, no long remember what we say, but you never forget everything that they gave.
7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on our beautiful home a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition of equality.
It is for us to live in, to be dedicated to the unfinished work and in the future that they slated. It is rather meant for us, dedicated to the task, remaining before us to accomplish what they've asked us. From these honored dead, they taking vicious notion to that cause for which they give the last of their devotion. As we hear, I did resolve that they did not die in vain. That this great nation under God shall remain. A nation's new but the freedom governed by it for the people shall not perish from the earth because we're all created equal. A nation's new but the freedom governed by it for the people shall not perish from the earth because we're all created equal.
7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on our beautiful home a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition of equality. 7 years ago.
Oh, I think I was doing the GoldenEye theme right there.